No, we don't want that. Okay, here we go. Hey guys, trying to figure out how to put my Piano Man Steve live brand back up. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Is it that one? Or is it that one? No, it's that one. Okay, now we're good to go. Sorry. Had to take it down from my show with Kevin Lawrence the other day because obviously he does not want a picture of me that says Piano Man Steve Live right above his head while we're performing together. He's a little high maintenance that way. But I put up with it because he's my best pal. Okay. Well, we're living here in Allentown, and they're closing all the factories down. Out in Bethlehem, they're killing time, filling out forms, standing in line. Well, our fathers fought the Second World War, spent their weekends on the Jersey Shore, met our mothers in the USO, asked them to dance with them slow. And we're living here in Allentown, but the restlessness was handed down, and it's getting very hard to stay. What the hell? I just lost my words here. Well, we're... Oh, gosh. I should have brought the words up. I was like, I know this one. Epic fail by Piano Man Steve today. Just a moment. We shall return to the song momentarily. You guys can all chalk this up as evidence that I'm not lip syncing. What an auspicious start. There we go. Well, we're waiting here in Allentown. There we go. For the Pennsylvania we never found. For the promises our teachers gave. If we worked hard, if we behaved. And we're waiting here in Allentown. The restlessness was handed down. And the Union people crawled away. Every child had a pretty good shot to get at least as far as their old man got. Something happened on the way to that place. They threw an American flag in our face. Oh, ha. Well, I'm living here in Allentown, and it's hard to keep a good man down, but I won't be getting up today. All right. Started out with a little unplanned excitement there, huh? How is everybody? Happy Sunday. For those of you who don't know, my name is Piano Man Steve, and I am a professional, which today means failing with grace. Let's see who's here. Say hello to some folks. Okay. Hey, Leo, can I do Piano Man or Vienna? Yes, I can. Possibly even both. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Oops. Hey, Aiden. Right. It didn't get played. Thank you. I'm going to put that early in the show. Thank you, Aiden. Thanks for following up with me on that. Okay, Moritz joining us from Graz, Austria. Last Wednesday, we unfortunately lost David Lynch. Therefore, I wonder if you could please play In Dreams by Roy Orbison. You know, I think I know that song, but I'm going to have to look at the lyrics and see if they ring a bell, Moritz. If I don't know it, then I'll just come clean about it, and I will look into it and see if I can do it next week for you instead. But if I feel like I've got some idea how it goes, then absolutely. Bill Hasty, can I play All for Leyna? All right. There's nothing else I can do because I'm doing it all for Leyna. I've lived that experience before where somebody's just like, owns the inside of your head, occupies your every thought. It's pleasurable but maddening. I know what that's like. I can do that song. I was a teenager once. All right, Silviu, how we doing? Joining us from Romania. Thank you for being here. Aloha, Mr. Smith. Mahalo for being here. Madman across the server, greetings from New York. Good to have you with us, Chris. Appreciate it. I see. We've changed our moniker from Blue Ice Cream to Madman across the server. Nice. Column says, Steve, are there any Michael Jackson tutorials coming? And if so, which song? Maybe some song master classes. I doubt I'll do like a note-for-note tutorial, but I might walk one or two through my song learning process and show how I would go about playing it. And I would say that the most likely candidates would be Man in the Mirror, Human Nature, and Heal the World probably come to mind. So, good tunes. Iconic artist. Lucio, I think I never know whether I'm saying that right, but so good to have you with us, joining us from Italy. Good evening, Steve. Can you please play And So It Goes by Billy Joel? Well, only one of my favorite songs of all time. I think I can do that. Grazie. I know at least one or two other people here who love that song, so I think that we're going to score big with it. Lee Scott, evening, Steve. Can you play? I guess that's why they call it the blues. You betcha. Great tune. Thanks for being here, Lee. Pug Dog, 24. Hey, Steve, hope you're well. I watched your Great Balls of Fire cover. Fantastic, by the way. I wondered if you could play You Win Again by Jerry Lee, if not Great Balls. I will have to go with the classic. I'm not terribly familiar with Jerry Lee's catalog outside of the two or three really famous ones, but I'd be happy to do that for you. Okay, thanks for being here, Pug. Ruth, hello, always a pleasure to have you. Norm, everybody say Norm like we're in Cheers. All right, Norm just entered the bar. Here we are. Hey, Steve, do I know Brown Eyed Girl? You betcha I do, Norm. Coming your way. Allison Shee, happy Sunday. Any chance you'd play your song? Fine. That's a real chore. I hate that song, but I will do it because you asked. Thank you for being here, Allison. Silviu, the show must go on. I think that what you're saying there is not so much a request. Let me know if that's a request for the Queen song or if that's you saying, hey, way to regroup and carry on even though you completely botched. All right. Stephen McKibben, how about some Waylon Jennings? All right. Yeah, we can do that. I can kick a little dirt today. Hey, Steve, yep, one of my many wacky usernames. I'd like to request This Song Has No Title or Gray Seal. I may or may not be able to do either of those. I'm kind of familiar with Gray Seal, but I don't know if I'm familiar enough with it to actually play. Good evening from Germany. We'd love to hear Growing Up by Bruce. Doggone it. I'm probably going to let you down on that one. I don't know Bruce Springsteen's catalog very well. I'm not proud of that. I'm kind of ashamed of it, actually. Summer Highland Falls. Okay. Thanks, Lord. But Jan, if there's something else you'd like to hear, please let me know, and I will anything that I actually feel like I can do, I will do. But I'm unfamiliar with this tune, and I would like to play something for you. That's what I thought, Sylvia. The only way out is through. Okay. Well, let's get started on some of these requests. Man, gosh, we got a lot of good stuff coming our way here. All right. Well, let's start with this one for our friend our friend Leo. Sorry, I have one for Lee Scott as well. So we'll start out with this one for our friend Leo. Goes like such.
Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then if you're so smart, tell me why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What you hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. Hey, but you know that when the truth is told, you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Ha! Slow down, you're doing fine. Can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad that it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself, you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride, but don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Child, tear the phone off the hook, disappeared for a while. It's alright, you can afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? But you know that when the truth is told, you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Oh, why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? All right. We'll see if we can get back to Piano Man before the end of the show as well there, Leo. Thanks for the request. Okay, Aiden, I owe you this from last week. Definitely. Let me pull up the words for this one.
One moment, folks. Okay. So anyone who came of age in the late 80s and early 90s remembers when Kevin Costner just like really, really hit his stride. First it was Bull Durham, and then it was Field of Dreams, and then it was Dances with Wolves, and then it was Robin Hood. And we were introduced to a not particularly convincing British accent. But I actually really liked that show. I liked that movie. And the late, great Alan Rickman played the sheriff of Nottingham, and he was brilliant, like he always is, among other great performances in that show. And, of course, the big hit song from that soundtrack was Bryan Adams and this one. And I think this is 1991 is when I think this is happening. Could be 90, but I think it's 91.
Look into my eyes, and you will see what you mean to me. Search your heart, search your soul, and when you find me there, you'll search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. Can't tell me it's not worth dying for. You know it's true. Everything I do it for you. Heart, you will find there's nothing there to hide. Take me as I am, take my life, I will give You know it's true. Everything I do, oh, I do it for you.
Thanks, Aiden. Moritz, I am going to have to have a look at this Roy Orbison song for you and play it next week, okay? I'm making a note for myself. I love Roy Orbison. I even feel like sometimes I can sing just a little bit like Roy Orbison. Not totally, but I enjoy giving it my college try, so I'm going to put that in my queue of things to check out, but I'm not familiar enough with this song to be able to fake my way through it. So just owning that. And of course, if there's something else you'd like to hear, please put it in the comments, my friend. You know how much I value you being here every week, and I'd love to do something for you. Okay, Bill Hasty wants to hear some music from Glass Houses. Trying to learn how to say glass the way they say it in New York. Glass. Glass houses. You know. So this song, you know, it's about a guy. It's about a guy who's into a girl, you know. He put it on Glass Houses, you know. Kind of like that. Right, okay. This came out in 1980. It was released as a single, I have learned. Did not really perform very high on the charts, but this is a very popular song in the Billy Joel fan community. So, see if I can remember how to do it. It was something like this.
Stood on the tracks, waving her arms, leading me to that third rail shock. Quick as a wink, she changed her mind. She gave me a night, that's all it was. What will it take until I stop kidding myself, wasting my time? Whoa, oh, there's nothing else I can do, 'cause I'm doing it all under the waves, right up the shore. Washed up on the sand, barely alive, wishing the undertow would stop. How can a man take any more? Whoa, nothing else I can do, 'cause I'm doing it all for Leyna. Don't want anyone to, 'cause I'm giving it all to Leyna. Nothing in it for you, 'cause I'm giving it all to Leyna. I'm failing at school, losing my friends, making my family lose their minds. Don't wanna eat, don't wanna sleep, only one Leyna, one more time. Now I'm in my room, watching the tube, telling myself she still may drop. All that I say, she's changed her mind. So wait in the dark, listening for her, instead of my old man saying, stop kidding yourself, wasting your time. Whoa, nothing else I can do, 'cause I'm doing it all for Leyna. Don't want anyone new, 'cause I'm doing it all for Leyna. There's nothing in it for you, 'cause I'm giving it all to Leyna. Oops. Should just point out, the guarantee around here is that I can give you about an 80 to an 85% rendition on those things. All for Leyna. All for Leyna. All for Leyna. All for Leyna. Best I had in the tank today, Bill. Thanks for the request. Appreciate it. Love having you here so often, my friend. Okay, let's mix it up just a little bit. Let's do this one for Norm. This one's by Van Morrison. I haven't done this one in a little while now, but I used to play it regularly, probably 100 times or more a year. So hopefully the muscle memory is still there. This is for the ladies out there with the brown eyes. Hey, where did we go? The days where the rains came out in a hollow, playing the new game, laughing and a running, head out, skipping and a jumping, misty morning fog with our hearts thumping, baby, and you, my brown-eyed girl. Well, you, my brown-eyed girl. Now whatever happened to Tuesdays and so slow, going down to the old mine with a transistor radio, standing out in the sunlight laughing, hiding down a rainbow wall, slipping and sliding, baby, all along the waterfall with you, brown-eyed girl. Well, you, my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Now whatever happened?
Why don't I bring the words up for songs that I think I know the words to? Everyone sing the Jeopardy theme song in your mind for just a second. Okay, here we go.
So I had to find my way now that I'm all on my own. I saw you just the other day. Oh my, how you have grown. Catch my memory back then, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome just thinking about making love in the green grass, baby, behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my blue-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la,
So I had to throw in at least one blue eye there. I don't like to leave people out. Seems a little unfair. All right, what else do we have going on in here? I think, let's see here. By the way, thank you, Norm. Appreciate that. For Lee Scott, let's do a little Elton John. Going back into the 1980s now. This is from 83.
It away, don't look at it, like it's forever. Between you and me, can honestly say that things can only get better. While I'm away, dust out the demons inside, and it won't be long before you and me roam to the place in our hearts where we hide. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, and laughing like children, laughing like lovers, rolling like thunder under the covers. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Stare into space, picture my face in your hands. Live for each second without hesitation, and never forget I'm your man. Wait on me, girl. Cry in the night if it helps. But more than ever, I simply love you more than I love life itself. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, laughing like children, laughing like lovers, rolling like thunder under the covers. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Wait on me, girl. Cry in the night if it helps. But more than ever, I simply love you more than I love life itself. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, and laughing like children, laughing like lovers, rolling like thunder under the covers. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Laughing like children, living like lovers. Guess that's why they call it the blues. Laughing like children, living like lovers. Guess that's why they call it the blues. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. All right, thank you, Lee. Very much appreciate it. Now let's take a little bit of a left turn here. Some Waylon Jennings.
A lot of good options on this one. Waylon's one of my favorite country singers. Waylon had one of those voices. I can't really simulate it. He had one of those voices that you can only get from smoking cigarettes an awful lot for a long time. And so he was the kind of guy who could do a song where he didn't even sing. He could just talk over the top of, and I'm just going to make something up. But Waylon could sit down and be like, well, my dad was a good man when I was growing up. Bought me a kitty cat and a nice little pup. And I told him, Pop, I love this dog. Please don't make me go saw logs. And it would work just because he had that really husky voice that sounded like he'd lived an awful lot of life. And when he sang, he brought that gravitas to it. So it was always a pleasure for me. So I'm trying to think. I think my favorite Waylon Jennings song, it's a toss-up. He did one song called Good-Hearted Woman that I'm awfully fond of. He did another one called Luckenbach, Texas, that I'm really fond of. Let's take a little poll. If anyone's familiar with these songs, would you rather hear Luckenbach, Texas, or Good-Hearted Woman? I'm going to give you a few seconds to weigh in the comments. One vote so far for Luckenbach, Texas, from Ruth Hooker. I'm going to count to 10. If nobody else weighs in with an opinion, we're just going with it because decisions are made by people who show up. All right. Luckenbach, Texas, it is. Now we've got one vote for Good-Hearted Woman, but I've already made my decision. I'm sorry, Rob. I am going to pull the lyrics up because I'm not going to be stupid and assume that I know them again. All right. There's only two things in life that make it worth living. And that's guitars that tune good and firm feeling women. Did I mention women? And I don't need my name in the marquee lights. I've got my song and I've got you here with me tonight. So maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Luckenbach, Texas, with Waylon and Willie and the boys. The successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams' paint songs, Newberry's train songs, Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Luckenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain.
Let's sell your diamond rings and buy some boots and faded jeans and go away. This coat and tie are choking me, and in your high society you cry all day. Been so busy keeping up with the Jones, 4-car garage and we're still building on. So maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Luckenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. The successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams' pain songs, Newberry's train songs, Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Luckenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. What? Let's go to Luckenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. The successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoy. Between Hank Williams' pain songs, Newberry's train songs, Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Luckenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. In Luckenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. There you go, Steve. Thank you for the request. Okay, I'm going to do a song that it wasn't actually requested, but it was mentioned. It was asked if I was going to ever do any Michael Jackson tutorials or song demos, and if so, what songs I might do. And this was what I said would probably be at the top of the list, and this is my favorite Michael Jackson song off of my favorite Michael Jackson album, which is, drum roll, not Thriller, although I do love Thriller. It's a great album. But I personally thought that the follow-up record, which was called Bad, was a superior album and had some superior songs. And at the very top of that list for me is this one, and I'm going to play it for you right now.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good. I'm gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. 'Cause I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat. This wind is blowing my mind. See the kids in the street, it's not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with a man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his ways.
place. Take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. Been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there are some with no home, not a nickel to loan. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? Oh, it'll disregard somebody's broken heart and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind you see, 'cause they've got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. Na 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 na. Well, I'm starting with the man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. You want to make the world a better place, get the job and make the change. You gotta get it right when you got the time, 'cause you can't close your mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo! Yeah, with the man in the mirror. Now I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. You wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Na 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 na. Woo! Starting with the man in the mirror, asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, just take a look at yourself and make a change.
All righty. Let's see, what else is in the queue here? Okay, this is for our friend Lucio in Italy. This is one of my all-time favorites. It's my very favorite off of the Stormfront album from 1989. Although this song was actually copyrighted in 1982, I believe. 82 or 83. I think 83, and then it just didn't really fit the theme of the Innocent Man album, so he just put it on a shelf and waited until there was an album that kind of worked with. And it's the final cut on Stormfront. And I don't know, this is just a beautiful, kind of haunting little piece by Billy Joel. It's called And So It Goes. It's for our friend Lucio.
In every heart there is a room, a sanctuary safe and strong, to heal the wounds from lovers past, until a new one comes along. I spoke to you in cautious tones. You answered me with no pretense. Yet still I feel I said too much. My silence is my self-defense. And every time I've held a rose, it seems I only felt the thorns. And so it goes, and so it goes, and so will you soon, I suppose. But if my silence made you leave, then that would be my worst mistake. So I will share this room with you, and you can have this heart to break. And this is why my eyes are closed. It's just as well for all I've seen. And so it goes, and so it goes, and you're the only one who knows. So I will choose to be with you. That's if the choice were mine to make. But you can make decisions too, and you can have this heart to break. and so it goes. And you're the only one who knows.
All right, thank you, Lucio. Okay, this one is going out to our friend Allison She. She wants to hear a song by Sir Elton. Luckily, this is one I've played enough times. I think even I can't make mistakes on it, even on a night like this.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best that I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is, 'cause you're in the world. Sat on the roof, kicked off the moss, with a few of the verses, well, they got me quite cross. But the sun has been quite kind while I wrote this song for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for forgetting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten. Are they green? No, they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. Tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, oh, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is, 'cause you're in the hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is, 'cause you're in the world.
All right, thank you, Allison. Well, this is cool. Hello from Fairbanks, Alaska. Love your show. Well, thank you, Pat. And hello to you. Great to have you tuning in. Could I do The Longest Time by Billy Joel? All right. It's a lovely tune. Beat Up Old Piano. All right. Thank you very much. I love it that you know some of my work. Okay. Very happy. Be happy to do that. Thanks for the stream. I spent my weekend learning I Can Wait Forever. Cracking song. I'm sure no one's ever asked before, but how about Piano Man? Yeah, that's the second Piano Man request. I'm gonna definitely try to get that done today. Okay. Lord Farquaad wants to hear Summer Highland Falls. So we have the Summer Highland Falls. We have Longest Time. Beat Up Old Piano. Okay. Well, let's change gears just a little bit. This was a request that came in from our friend Pug Dog. Wants to hear a little Jerry Lee Lewis. So let's go back in time here. This song, by the way, I was really excited when I first learned it. I was about 12, and I'd always kind of associated this as being like the top of the mountain for piano players. It's actually easier to play than a lot of others that I've learned over the years, but this has got a lot of flashy stuff in it, so it's kind of fun. But I beat the living hell out of her. That's why I called it Beat Up Old Piano. Because I played songs like this on it, and literally at least 10 times, one of the hammers on that old upright just snapped in half because I was just pounding it like absolute, just, like within an inch of its life. So that brings back good memories, too. It was my mom spent a lot of money on piano tuners trying to keep that poor thing alive for me to have something to play on. Here we go. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You brought me well, but what a thrill. So goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I learned to love all that Hollywood money. You came along and you moved me, honey. Changed my mind, I'm doing fine. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Woo! Feels good. Hold me, baby. I want to love you like a lover should. You're fine. You're so kind. Want to tell this world that you're mine, mine, mine. 'Cause I play my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. Get a nervous, but a show us fun. Come on, baby. Drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Woo! Feels good. Hold me, baby. I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine. You're so kind. Want to tell this world that you're mine, mine, mine. 'Cause I play my nails, twiddle my thumbs. Get a little nervous, but I show us fun. Come on, baby. Drive me crazy.
is great balls of fire. Thank you very much, Pug. Definitely brings back some good memories. All right, let's keep mixing it up just a little bit. This is the song that has been requested from my 2016 album, Beat Up Old Piano. It's the title track. This is about that poor instrument. A lot of good memories. It's what I learned everything I know on. Until I left my parents' house at the age of 20. Well, I lived at home through college, so 22. I left, got married, and I didn't really play it anymore at that point. But between the ages of, I started taking lessons on it when I was 7. But I wasn't terribly committed, so it was sort of like pulling teeth to get me to play. But by the time I turned 12, I learned a couple of hacks that I teach now in my courses. Kind of my whole purpose for creating the courses is to pass that information along that I learned on a fluke. Between the ages of 12 and 22, I put a lot of miles on that old girl, and I have nothing but gratitude in my heart for that old piano. So this song is for that piano and also for my parents. The basement of my parents' house against the rec room wall was an old upright piano, dark brown and 5 feet tall. The wood was scratched, the keys were chipped, and it was old as sin. Who knew that old piano would one day be my best friend? My mom made me take lessons when I started 2nd grade. At first I wasn't happy with the progress I made. 5 years later I looked up and I sounded like a band. And that beat up old piano had become my damn best friend. That beat up old piano helped me learn where I belong. Sorry, I don't remember the words to my songs very well, and I don't have the lyrics in front of me. So that beat up old piano taught me everything I know. Showed me who I am and what to do and where to go. Helped me make my journey from a boy to a man. That beat up old piano, it's still my best friend. By the time I went to high school, I was getting paid to play, and I couldn't take my basement friend to help me earn my way. So I bought myself a keyboard, played all across the land, but I'd come home and play my old piano once again. That beat up old piano helped me learn where I belong. Found a purpose for my life, playing all these songs. Helped me make my journey from a boy to a man. That beat up old piano, it's still my best friend. Damn right it is. Sitting here tonight in front of thousands of my fans, playing all my shows now on a custom Steinway Grand. But I still feel that old upright in my heart and in my hands. That beat up old piano, it's still my best friend. That beat up old piano, piano made me who I am today. It taught me how to write my songs and sing them while I play. I don't have her anymore, she is with me to the end. That beat up old piano, it's still my best friend. God bless that beat up old piano. 'Cause it's still my best friend.
All right. Thank you for the request. Flatters me when people ask for my songs. Okay. Here's one for our friend Lord Farquaad. This one, like, always makes my wrist hurt. It's okay. Happy to play it for you. I'm just saying it's a workout.
Say that these are not the best of times, but they're the only times I've ever known. And I believe there is a time for meditation in cathedrals of our own. I have seen the sad surrender in my lover's eyes, and I can only stand upon and sympathize. We are always what our situations hand us, either sadness or euphoria. Some will argue and will compromise and realize that nothing's ever changed. All our mutual experience, our separate conclusions are the same. We're forced to recognize our inhumanities. A reason coexists with our insanity. Stand between reality and madness, see the sadness or euphoria. Dissipate our energies. Perhaps we don't fulfill each other's fantasies, so we stand upon the ledges of our lives, with our respective similarities. See the sadness or euphoria. Whoa.
Okay, let's see here. The longest time. This is a fun one to do solo because it was a cappella, or mostly a cappella. But actually, there's a really fun way to do it on piano and vocal. Just getting a tempo established here for myself. Just make sure I'm in the right key. That should work. Okay.
Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest day you said goodbye to me tonight. There would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Nights I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me when you put your arms around me. I haven't been there for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. That voice you're hearing in the hall, and the greatest miracle of all is how I need you and how you needed me too. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Maybe this won't last very long, but you feel so right and I could be wrong. Maybe I've been hoping too hard, but I've gone this far, and it's more than I hoped for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances. I forgot how nice romance is. I haven't been there for the longest time. I had second thoughts at the start. I said to myself, hold on to your heart. Now I know the woman that you are. You're wonderful so far, and it's more than I hoped for. I don't care what consequence it brings. I've been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think you ought to know that I intend to hold you for the longest time. Whoa, whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time.
That has me caught up with the requests that I know, anyway. Let's see if anything new has come up. Hey, thanks, man. It's great to have you here. I learned my life from your tutorial. Your lessons are great and easy to follow. Well, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. You know, Jackson Browne was kind of who I was thinking of when I wrote that song, actually. I wasn't necessarily thinking of the loadout, but I was just thinking about Jackson Browne stylistically. Thanks for noticing. All right, so I've got this is just one I feel like playing for a lot of reasons. This is from like 1982, I think. But so here's why this is on my mind. One, I love this song. I always have. Two, it was co-written. It's by Christopher Cross, who was one of my favorite singers from the 80s. And also, he was a great songwriter. And he co-wrote this song with another one of my kind of heroes, Burt Bacharach, and Carol Bayer Sager, who was Bert's wife for a long time and lyricist. And amazing piece of work that they did, co-creation with this. And then it was off of a hit movie soundtrack, a movie that I still love with this guy who I thought was a really delightfully goofy, or could play delightfully goofy characters, named Dudley Moore. And Dudley Moore was a brilliant, I'm talking off the charts, brilliant classical and jazz pianist. Just a stunning player. So when he would be in that setting, it would always just kind of take me back a little, shock me a little bit because of how goofy he could be in his roles that he got cast in to play. Anyway, Dudley sadly succumbed to progressive supranuclear palsy, which is a terrible kind of Parkinson's-esque disease, which Linda Ronstadt is afflicted with now, which is terrible. And anyway, so when Christopher Cross does this song, he usually dedicates it to Dudley Moore, who played for him at the Academy Awards. He played the piano while Christopher Cross sang the song, and it was really, really special. But the reason it's on my mind today is because I have this, I have a lot of friends and fans now in the New York area, and I've really connected with one lately that's been telling me all about New York, and it's a creative person, and we've been talking about art and culture and love and all kinds of different stuff. And this song is where love and New York City meet. And so it's just kind of been on my mind. I love this song, and I'll send it out to the memory of Dudley Moore and the memory of Burt Bacharach.
Once in your life you find her, someone who turns your heart around. Next thing you know, you're closing down the town. Wake up and it's still with you, even though you left way across town. Wondering to yourself, hey, what have I found? When you get caught between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true. And if you get caught between the moon and New York City, the best that you can do, the best that you can do is fall in love. Well, either he does as he pleases, and all of his life is a master's choice, and all of his heart he's just a boy. He's living his life one day at a time and showing himself a pretty good time, laughing about the way they want him to be. When you get caught between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true. And if you get caught between the moon and New York City, the best that you can do, the best that you can do is fall in love. Get caught between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true. And if you get caught between the moon and New York City, the best that you can do, the best that you can do is fall in love. But it's true. If you get caught between the moon and New York City, the best that you can do, the best that you can do is fall in love.
Arthur's theme. All right. Probably have time for about 2, maybe 3 more songs. I'm going to do one more just sort of for my own pleasure. I don't do a ton of more modern music. Well, I don't like to call what I do old music, but it's just kind of a reality. Anyway. But there is one singer-songwriter I've become very, very much a fan of. I like actually quite a few of them, but this guy, like, I actually binge all of his albums, and I know I'm listen to the deep cuts and enjoy them, all the stuff that I do with all of the people that I love from the 70s and the 80s. His name is Jason Mraz. Love his style, love his positive attitude. And he wrote a song in about 2012 that just, it's just, I don't know, it's just really a stunning piece of work. And I just kind of feel like playing it, and it was a hit single for him. And I saw him here in Lincoln at a wonderful outdoor theater called the Pinewood Bowl, about 6 or 7 months ago, with my sister and my mom. I was sitting next to my mom, and 2 or 3 different songs made both of us kind of tear up a little bit. And this is one of them, and it was just an amazing performance. So I'll do my best to honor it. This is called "I Won't Give Up." I'm going to start that over again. Here we go. I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. Giving you all my love, I'm still looking up. And when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting. See what you find, 'cause even the stars, they burn, and some even fall to the earth, and we've got a lot to learn, and God knows we're worth it. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we've got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in.
I had to learn what I've got and what I'm not and who I am. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. Still looking up, still looking up. I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough. Well, I'm tough enough. We've got a lot to learn, and we're worth it. Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up.
All right. Thank you for indulging me. We're going to make this the last song of the night. Had a couple different requests for this. Hard for me to imagine a career without this song. I heard this song for the first time. I probably heard it before 1990, but I didn't remember hearing it before that. But when I did hear it in 1990, I was like, man, this is me. This is what I want to do, who I want to be. And so we had a harmonica laying around, and I learned the piano or the harmonica part, which is pretty easy actually. It's pretty intuitive, but I learned it upside down. I had the harmonica upside down. Still play it upside down, which is why I haven't learned anything else on harmonica. But anyway, and I was like, I wonder how I'm going to play it at the same time. And then I saw Billy Joel live at Yankee Stadium on the Disney Channel, and he had one of these. But I was from a small Nebraska town, and I'd never seen anything like this. I didn't know about Bob Dylan or anything. I was 12, And so I thought this was some kind of custom piece of equipment that had been made for Billy Joel specifically. I didn't know you could just go buy one. And so I tell my mom, who also has no clue that you can just go buy one of these, and I tell my mom, I got to figure out a way to be able to play and sing at the same time. Look what he's got. And she says, well, let's make something. So we took this wire coat hanger, and we bent it up, and took the end and bent it over so that it was kind of a flat surface. I taped with Scotch tape, used a bunch of it, taped the harmonica to the flat surface all the way around it over and over and over. And of course, then what happened is that there was nothing to balance the weight back here, so the harmonica would end up like way down here. And so I had to figure something out about that, and we took a scarf and we tied it to the back of this wire hanger, and that would become like the leverage, and I took the scarf and I wrapped it around the front of me and tied a knot in it like so, and it would just sort of hold this thing in place right here. And that was my first harmonica harness, and I played the song over and over and over and over and over and over, and I don't know. It feels like I used it for a long time. It was probably for a few weeks or something. But time moves a lot slower when you're 12 than it does when you're 47. So anyway, one day Dad came home and he said, so I went to the music store. Look what I found. $15. And he gave me my first harmonica harness. And anyway, I took this song with me and I played it at my middle school talent show, and I won. And I took it when I went to high school and I played, and that was fun. That was in front of about, I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 people. And then in high school, I got up at the talent show during homecoming, and I was a freshman, and I played this song, and I got second place, but I was the crowd favorite. But the guy who won, is a great guy, I'm friends with him. The guy who won was a senior at the time, and I think the judges kind of didn't want to give a freshman the gold medal when there was somebody who had been in every talent show for 4 years. So I think he kind of got a little nepotism there, but I became that was sort of what made me a fixture in the high school at that point, and that was in front of 1,300 people, which was really fun. And then in the summer between my junior and senior year of high school, the Cornhusker State Games, which is like a little Olympics that they hold in Nebraska every summer, decided to have a talent show for the first time. And I went and I played this at a regional qualifier, and I won the regional, and I got a seat. I got an invitation to go play at the main one in Lincoln at the final, the final ceremonies of the games. And it was me and about 10 or 12 other people had made it through to the finals, and I won that one. So I was the first ever Cornhusker State Games gold medalist playing this song. And so I've been on a lot of trips with this one. And then I named myself Piano Man Steve and bought pianomansteve.com and then created the Piano Man approach. And so anyway, you guys didn't need to know all of that. I just thought I'd share it. But this song means a lot to me. Thank you for asking me to play it.
Saturday, the regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. Says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 da da da, la da 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 da. Sing us a song, hear the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick back with a joke or the light of your smoke. Well, there's some place that he'd rather be. Said Steve, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. La 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 da da da, la la da 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 da. Now Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife, and he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy, and he probably will be for life. Every waitress is practicing politics as a businessman slowly gets stoned. They're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. And I just say, sing us a song, hear the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Good crowd here for a Sunday stream. The manager, he gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me that you came here to see, and I hope that it's been worth your while. The piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer. They sit at the bar, put bread in my jar, say, man, what are you doing here? La 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 da da da, la la da 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 da. Sing us the song, hear the piano man. Sing us the song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling alright. Thanks, folks. Thanks for letting me share my little story. That last time at the Cornhusker State Games when I was 17, I played in front of 5,000 people. So this song's taken me to some decent-sized crowds, and it was a pretty thrilling experience. And I've done the math. I think I've performed that song about somewhere between 17 and 1,800 times in front of an audience now. But it's still my sentimental favorite. Thanks for being here. Remember, if you're a musician, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. I'll be back here again next Sunday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Remember to give as much love as you can to everybody you can as often as you can. Nobody knows when this ride comes to an end, so leave it all out there on the field. Don't have any regrets. I love you guys.
I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care.